The good general is here.
How are you, sir?
Hey, what's going on? We've been fans of yours. We had a few technical issues, by the way, getting to the good general. So we needed to pause for a moment and get our technology. Now it seems like we are connected and live and good. And we are a little bit demurred that you don't have your shield with you with all the arrows in it. We were hoping that would make an appearance during this live.
Well, I should have brought it, and I love that shield. We took all the arrows from everybody, and we won. So we're pretty proud of that. We're proud of the Granite Staters that we worked with for over 2 years campaigning, a truly grassroots campaign, connecting with everybody across the state. My wife and I visiting all, towns and cities in the state multiple times. That's the way to win. That's how we're going to win the general election, because Senator Hassan is out there hiding. She's afraid to stand up for her record because it's done nothing but hurt Granite Staters and Americans.
Yeah, it does. I've been to New Hampshire many times. I love that state. It's a free state. Live free or die is the state motto. And she really is not in step with the people of New Hampshire. This is like a very conservative state with a lot of like pride in the fact that it is independent and free thinking and disconnected from the scum in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, she's lost her way. 20 years of being a career politician has taken its toll on her ability to recognize her responsibility, which is public service. You work for the people, not the other way around. She's allowed special interests to drive everything she does, along with lobbyists and very wealthy political elite. She's invested $30 million in the campaign, and that $30 million doesn't come from people in New Hampshire. I have $1 million. She has $30 million, right? We won the primary on less than 500,000. People have said I'm not a serious candidate because I don't have a lot of money. Well, we did it the right way, and we'll continue to do it the right way with a grassroots campaign. I've done 60 town halls between the primary and the general election. She hasn't done any town halls. And her last video was yesterday, and her last engagement with voters that support her were sine wave folks, and she did it by Zoom. I went out physically on the ground and thank my sine wavers. She does it via Zoom, and she just had a Democrat Zoom conference with the Cheshire Democrats hosted by a multi-billionaire from California, and it was billed as a Zoom spaghetti dinner. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know how that happens. I go to my kitchen, you go to your kitchen, we cook up spaghetti, we get our favorite sauce, and then we sit down and talk about it. I'm really not sure how that works, but she's even figured out how to cost people money in a Zoom call during her election. So she is just out of touch. People know it, and that's why we have the momentum, and we're going to win.
It does seem like you have the momentum. Let's roll the latest polls here. Check this out.
Case in point, that senatorial race, Maggie Hassan, Don Bolduc, just the latest Emerson poll, right? This is our Fox News power rankings that still has this lean D right now. But if you take a look at some of the most recent pollings in this race, Don Bolduc has come up 5 points. Maggie Hassan's come down 3 points, really tightening this race right now, only 3 points apart there within the margin of error. So as we watch that race closely, some of the key issues that voters are watching in New Hampshire: economy, number one. Cost of living is a big one for folks there as well, especially with those home heating costs. Abortion still double digits there, 25%. Threats to democracy also double digits at 17%. Healthcare number 4 on that list at 8%. And we also look at New Hampshire's unemployment rate, and it is worth pointing out the unemployment rate in New Hampshire is significantly below the national average at 2.2%, which makes this more of a cost of living conversation that they're having in that state, especially when you look at the rising price of things like gasoline. Gas at the state level is below the national average, but still up more than $1 since President Biden took office. So that is a big one to watch.
Are you seeing this? I mean, one, congratulations, because you, sir, sort of came out of nowhere. We know you have a storied career and you deserve the Senate seat because you've worked for it and you obviously represent the people of New Hampshire. who are free-minded, liberty-minded people. But wow, you have absolutely closed the gap and are terrifying to the left right now.
Well, yes, and they have worked to undermine the livelihoods of Granite Staters by the numbers. Reversing our energy independence to dependence, driving up inflation, open border policies, not enforcing legal immigration, the opioid crisis, mental health crisis, crime, fact that police officers, our police departments up here, all of them are short. Our state police is at an historic level of shortages. This just doesn't happen in New Hampshire. Certainly wasn't that way 2 years ago. People are choosing between heating and eating. It was 32 degrees here, on the seacoast when I woke up this morning. So it's much colder up north. And, we have natural gas shortages that are going to cause blackouts in the winter. Kids aren't going to be going to school because it's going to be too cold. And it's kind of like another lockdown, right? Using energy as a weapon and inflation as a weapon. And it's very, very dangerous. We saw it during COVID. There were no reasons for it then. We know that now. There's no reason for this hardship. It's her fault. She refuses to take accountability for it. And it's easy to point out. She tries to deflect by minimizing her, her engagements with Granite Staters. I signed up for 7 debates. She's only done 2 with me. We'll do a 3rd one here next week on WMUR TV. And all she does is consistently go back to issues that are not unimportant. But when you can't put 3 meals a day on the table for your children, and you can't heat your home, and you're worried about day-to-day living, and retirees have to go back home or have to go get second jobs and come out of retirement, you need to focus on that. And everything she has done has been voting for worsening of our children's safety and security and the livelihood of Granite Staters. It's got to stop.
General, I can see why she wouldn't want to debate you. We watched the debate from 2 days ago, and talk about a blackout. This was a total knockout. If you don't follow the debates as closely as we do on this show, check out this incredible clip of the good general debating leftist lib who should not be representing this state, Maggie Hassan.
I don't know how she can look Granite Staters in the eyes, knowing that they're making a choice between heating and eating. I've been out there holding the hands of moms and dads and retirees who can't afford to live right now. A family who was moved out of their home because they can't afford their home into a 3-room apartment with their 3 children.
Okay, we've got to...
This is disgraceful. It's wrong.
I've pushed the Biden administration to release more home heating fuel right now from its reserves so that we can increase supply. We also came together, and I led a bipartisan push to increase home heating assistance because right now these immediate costs are really hurting people.
I mean, what?
There it is.
You have Katie Hobbs as a senator. That's what you got. You got the cat lady librarian who just wants to lecture everyone about how great things are while she's destroying people's lives. I mean, this was an incredible debate performance. You clearly won that, sir.
Oh yes, we won it, and it was rigged in every way possible against me. It was at NHPR. The moderators' questions were all designed in her wheelhouse, but I just kept taking it out of the wheelhouse. All the people in the audience were masked. That was a requirement. They had to be masked. What? And I had 2 supporters in that audience of 45 initially, but after the debate, several people came up to me and said, listen, I'm a Democrat or an independent. Several people came up and said, after this debate, I'm changing my vote and I'm supporting you. You will go to Washington, D.C., and you'll fix this. We don't agree with you on everything, but we do believe that you will serve us. And I said, yeah, the requirement isn't to agree on everything. The requirement is to serve people and do better for people. And she clearly doesn't do it. And you saw, I faced the audience when I spoke. She faced the moderator. And by the end of the debate, she was hanging her head.
What a totally weird format. And of course, you're up against not only your opponent, but you're up against the moderators, the people crafting the questions, the audience. It's like going on The View. It's 500 against 1. But you know what those odds are. You got into our feed by using a Spartan shield and having the arrows in that shield. We have that clip. It was our favorite clip. We shared it everywhere. It went viral. For those who are not familiar, we want to play the clip, and then we want to end by talking about why you have this shield, your military service, and what you will do for the people of New Hampshire. Let's play the clip.
Taken their arrows. We have successfully protected ourselves. You sent the biggest signal to the establishment tonight.
Legend! We have taken their arrows. We love that energy.
Well, that's what you need. I'm part of special operations. I did 10 tours in Afghanistan, served with the finest service members that our country has available. And I had that honor to do so. And everything that we do in special ops puts us in an environment where we're surrounded by the enemy and we're surrounded by the populace. And we try and do the right things to bring freedom and justice and to save people's lives. And that's no different here. We need freedom. We need justice. We need to save people's lives. We need to bring back the economic prosperity that we had 2 years ago, that President Trump established during his administration, the safety and security of Americans, of borders, respect the police, bring down crime, develop a foreign policy that makes us strong again by investing in our institutions, family, education, change the political institution from one that is self-serving to one that serves others, strengthen our military. And, these are the things that we need to invest in. These are the things that are important to Granite Staters and Americans. And that shield represents that. It represents protecting yourself from a government that is treading on the people. That flag exists because it is a warning to the government. Do not tread on me. And what our government is doing right now is treading on us in every way by weaponizing the government against its people. And that is inconsistent with our constitutional republic. It's inconsistent with our Constitution. It's inconsistent with the values and principles, God-given rights of life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and our never quit mentality of this country that is trying to be changed by people who want to weaken this great nation. We cannot allow that. I will not allow it. And I want to serve on your behalf to reinstate the greatness of this country here at home and abroad.
Ladies and gentlemen, General Don Bolduc. If you are in New Hampshire, get out and vote. Get out and vote for this man. Let's flip the Senate, and then let's change the direction of this nation with a true patriot. Thank you, General. God bless you and Godspeed.
Please go to donbolduc.com and help me out in any way that you can. It would be greatly appreciated. God bless you and thank you.
This is the website right here. Here's the website. Look at that beautiful dog. Is that a black Labrador? No, what is this?
That's a German Shepherd. Name is Victor.
Okay.
And he's 6 years old. He's a medical service dog, and he's just a great dog. I love him.
All right, a good loyal dog, and we need good loyal senators to patriotism in the Senate. God bless you, sir, again, and Godspeed.
God bless you too, and thank you.
All right.